Hi, I'm Nick, and it's my day off. So, let's get to work, shall we? No rest for the wicked. Hello, welcome. Oh, you're here. Thanks. Thank you for coming. Thank you. 5 people. 5 people have watched this. Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so for people who don't know, I'm Nick, voiceover actor. Thank you. So we've been going for 2 years. I did previously do a video on YouTube. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely shocking. It was like a 500 view one. I can't even remember if it's up. It's shocking. So anyway, that's that. So yeah, 2 years we've been doing it. It's been quite a journey, I'll be honest, especially doing it with a full-time job. It's not been the easiest thing. It's quite tough, but it is worth it. Definitely. So we've got what have I been doing? So started off on the old free sites, not a lot going on, learning the craft, the trade, honing the skills, working on the voices, the acting side of things, which for someone who, well, hasn't been to acting school or acting college or acting anything apart from when he was in year 6 and played the Pied Piper of Hamelin at school, it's a bit of a change. Admittedly, I like to be with acting at work, or whatever. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been an eye opener. But so I've been getting onto audiobooks in the last year anyway, after sorting out my my everything, studio and everything. And we just hit 150 copies yesterday, in fact. Which I'm pretty chuffed with, I'll be honest. Pretty chuffed with. Had a book come out the other day, dark fantasy. First time I've done a fantasy book, which is quite interesting. Really enjoyed that. Currently, which you will see later as well, I will be recording a snippet from Soldier of Fortune 2, The Heretic, which follows John Page's travels in 15th century Europe. That's pretty good as well, so I'm going to be recording a bit of that so you'll be able to hear a bit. It'll be best to so you guys can hear what I do when I'm in there, in the cell, locked away. Anyway, so yeah, and then I'll just do a few other bits as I go along, and I just want to do little videos really. Just wanted to do an intro video, which is kind of like this, just kind of an intro, you know what I mean? And then we'll just do bits and bobs as I go along. Upload to Insta, upload to YouTube, obviously all the usual, like, subscribe, comment, all of that jazz if you want. It can be asked. It's a tough crowd out there, I'll be honest, but it is what it is, and we'll see if we can get some views, and basically I just want to see what people think of my journey. I've seen other people's stuff online, and it helps, you know what I mean? Like everyone's different, everyone experiences different stuff, goes through hard stuff, good stuff. Everyone's different. But be able to take good bits from me, good bits from them, bad bits from me. Don't do that. It's crap. It's crap. But yeah, whatever helps you guys. Anyway, it's rambling now. So go on to the next clip, I think, shall we? Oh, sorry, you just caught me hydrating. Yeah, so I'm going to do. I'm I'm going to do some audiobook narrating now. I'm not going to do too much, but I'm just going to do a bit, show you my thing. And yeah, so next up, I'll be in there. See you in a minute. Oh, hello again. So I'm in the booth now. I'm going to do about a page of Soldier of Fortune 2, The Heretic, which is what I'm producing at the moment. Okay, so let's give it a go. Warning, yeah, there may be a few mistakes. Chapter 5. My plan was to head for the town of Tachov, which lay just inside Bohemian territory. With nothing save Schiller's tattered map to guide me, I soon got lost in the network of roads that cut through the heavily forested country, northeast of Wegendorf. I passed through several more towns and villages on my way to the German border, the names of which escaped me. The money in my slender purse bought me food and lodgings for another 2 nights. I bedded down in cheap, flea-infested taverns, where I was careful to sleep light and keep one hand on my dagger. At one such pigsty, a man drew a knife on me while I was eating a bowl of grey slop. He was hopelessly drunk, and He was hopelessly drunk, and I slit his belly open and left him on the floor to bleed and howl while I finished my indigestible supper. A couple of roughs employed by the innkeeper to deal with such problems dragged him out. God knows where the fool ended up. In the river? Probably. In the river, probably, with a couple of heavy stones tied to his ankles. I continued to blunder in a vaguely northeast direction and spent my 3rd night on the road, sleeping under the stars, shivering under a blanket of ferns with a sod of turf for a pillow. I draped my cloak over my horse to stop her. I draped my cloak over my horse to stop her. Yeah, it happens. It's just what happens. Okay, I draped my cloak over my horse to stop her from taking cold in the night. If she died, my chances of survival were bleak. The next day, without realizing it, I crossed the border into Bohemia. I rode along deserted roads, mile after mile of pine forest, wreathed with mist. Occasionally, I passed a dwelling, some isolated farm or woodcutter's hut lost deep in the woods, but never saw another living soul. Heavy grey skies stretched into eternity, shot through the patches of coal. Heavy grey skies stretched into eternity, shot through with patches of black cloud. Just when I thought this dreary, monotonous landscape would wind on forever, the forest started to peter out. I emerged to find a broad sweep of empty countryside, gently undulating plains stretching away before me towards a range of blue hills. Beyond the forest, the road narrowed into a track that followed an erratic path before vanishing into the hills. I dismounted and let my horse crop the grass. As she fed, I drew in lungfuls of glorious pine air, and marvelled at the strange land that had suddenly unfolded before me. Okay, so there's a sneak peek. It's a very interesting story. There wasn't much character stuff going on there. It was mainly narration. But what I'll do is I'm going to keep doing these videos, and when there is character stuff, then obviously I'll do that, and you can watch me interact. I'll probably try and do as much stuff as I can, and yeah, this is basically what happens. You sit in a little booth by yourself, as the wife would say, making voices in the den. That's pretty much it. But we love it. We love it. Okay, so until next time, that's going to be it for now. This is the intro, part 1. Like it, subscribe to it, comment on it, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. It's going to be there. And thanks for liking it, the 5 people who were probably still watching. Cheers. See you next time. Nick Denton, voice actor.